happening, fellow fantasy GMs? I am JJ Wang. He is the bearded one, DJ Dove. And with our powers combined, we are the Fantasy Couriers.
Okay, JJ Wang, it is my favorite week of the off season, the week I look forward to. It is the week of free agency. Monday, legal tampering starts, and the people that haven't been tampering magically at 4:05 all of a sudden have a deal. And then Wednesday, we're going to find out who actually puts pen to paper and see if we have any of those Frank Gore situations where a guy said, yeah, I'm going to come to your team, and then, oh, nah, changed my mind. So is there anybody you're keeping an eye on as we go into free agency, or that's got you surprised, or you're just thinking a little differently about?
Yeah, so since this is the wide receiver episode, we'll talk about my main guy a little later. Uh, but maybe Kenny Walker, kind of interested in seeing where he goes, how much money he's getting paid. Um, some people have said, he might get paid 12, 13, 14, 15 million dollars. And that's crazy. I guess he's kind of living off of his, playoff run. Before that, he was injury riddled. Didn't they say in the Super Bowl he couldn't block and he couldn't catch? But he's a real good runner. So I don't know if that's what you want for your $15 million. Well, he's a running back, so I guess that's what you do kind of want. But you'd want to be able to do some other things. And like I said, his previous 4 seasons were average at best. He had flashes, but I'm not really sure. I'd be scared if he was my RB1 a little bit.
Yeah, he's an RB2. He's wasn't overly efficient per se, but more he got vultured. He got vultured by Charbonnet, and a lot of the locations I'm hearing end up still being somewhere to get vultured. The Giants' names keep popping up, and it's like, okay, cool. Scadaboo is the new Charbonnet. In my dream world, he's going to end up in Tennessee, and then they just sort of get rid of the other guys, let him be Cam Ward's running back. And Tennessee has so much money; it makes sense for him to go to them financially. But yeah, I think the problem is for us in fantasy, he's not a bell cow.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. He's going to get paid by like a bell cow because of being this. He's going to live off the Super Bowl, like you were saying there, and going into I was hearing about this, and I was trying to get the numbers here. We're looking going into like teams that have money. Vegas, they're not going to pay him. They got 119 million. They're going to have a splash on people, and I'll hit them in a second. Chargers, Titans, Commanders, but then that would give him a pass catching guy that'd make Krosky right as pass catching guy. The Jets, that's not happening. Seattle has a lot of money. What are the chances that all this speculation and he just stays because Charbs is out till the fall? They give him up. But he's going to want more years. That's going to be the problem. Pittsburgh, Arizona just restructured Connor. Cincinnati, the Rams, there's no one there with the money that I think it would just be foolish to give that kind of, I got him in a couple areas and I held on to him, but I just don't see the spending that much money on him.
Yeah, I think he's got more. I think he's like a 2-back system. He's not going to be like a Saquon Barkley per se or an Ashton Genty. Those guys are going to get that. But he hasn't done it his whole career. Why would he automatically do it now? They haven't wanted him for a while. That's why they brought in Charbonnet. That's why Charbonnet was getting so much. They was trying to give Charbonnet so much run. They've been trying to get out of underneath of him for a while. But so that's got to tell you something, correct?
I think the Seahawks let him walk. They get some stopgap guy because they like Charbonnet. So I've been reaching out to some guys trying to see about picking up Charbonnet, knowing on teams where I can, knowing he's a stash. He'll be next year to play. He's a 2-year kind of player pickup when you're looking at it right now. But when you're looking out there, I'd rather have Tyler Algier. They're the same age.
Well, last week when you brought up the question, I thought you said Algier and
Kenny Gainwell.
Kenny, yeah, and I was thinking you said Kenny Walker, and like I said, it was like a 50-50 shot. So Tyler Algier had a great rookie season, and then he got Bijan Robinson. What are you going to do? It's completely different than being Zach Charbonnet, right? And he still played well in when he's had the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I would like I'd prefer Tyler Algier as well,
I mean,
and he'd be cheaper, and I
do I
think he's gonna
think
be a lot cheaper.
do I think Algier? See, I'm looking financially. Do I still think Kenny Walker's probably better than Algier to a point?
I don't
Probably.
think. I
I
think
think, but
I
not
don't know
not
if you could say that.
$7 million better. I mean, you're gonna get Algier for 4 million, 4.5 maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
Kenny Walker's
And
12. They're not $8 million apart. ETN's going to be probably getting 8 to 10 probably. Rico Dowdle might be better.
I'd rather have ETN than
How about Rico Dowdle?
Kenny
Get Rico
Walker.
Dowdle for 8 million or probably 6 million after that
Oh
year.
yeah,
You
I would
could get
definitely pay. I mean, yeah, if we're looking at the money issue, I would
yeah.
definitely pay them guys before I would pay Kenny Walker.
But I just I don't think the differential is that much that it's like I want to pay a guy who had 4 great weeks in the playoffs
Yeah,
for other guys like I'd rather have ETN to be honest. He's 2 years older, but
yeah.
get him on a 2 year. You got to be a win now team. So Seattle, I would love to see ETN go to Seattle. I think that would be spectacular for both squads. There, they are where they are. But yeah, so other guys are just quick hits. Let's see the guy that I'm excited for, and it's because I've been like bidding on him. He's a Virginia college boy. It's Malik Willis. I picked him up in some areas where I'm just desperate for a second quarterback and overpaid a little bit in one area, got him for cheaper in another area, but right now I traded for him in one league because I was like, cool, I like to root for guys on my team, and Malik Willis is running. So I was like, oh, he'll be a Dolphin. Now I'm like, ooh, don't go to Miami. Don't. I want Malik Willis in Arizona, giving him there with Michael Wilson and Trey McBride, and then going on. Oh yeah, some Harrison kid, but he sucks right now. We'll see. I'm hoping he turns around, but we'll talk about him later. But yeah, Malik Willis. What's You're not as excited as I am for Malik, are you?
I'm not really. I mean, I like the guy. I liked him coming out of college. I mean, he's fun to watch. But like, I mean, this could go Justin Fieldish. I mean, which was fine for a while. But I mean, is he going to have the? Well, if they pay him as much money as they're going to, is he going to have the leash that he had? Um, but I'd be scared with this guy as my quarterback. I mean, like he played 3 good games with
Yep.
Green Bay, and you're already making him like this huge quarterback.
He
I'd
he's
be
very
terrified.
polarizing. In my article this week for Fantasy Pros, we wrote about like guys to buy, guys to sell, and it actually ended up being one of like the last. It's kind of cool being the expert in the last section. There were two of us that were saying get him, one that said didn't get him. Like sometimes our experts disagree, and I'm just reading so much about him right now that no one knows. But the big key thing that has me excited for him is when he came into the league, everybody said this kid's not ready. This kid needs to learn like because he came from Liberty, you know, finally where he got to start him was at Liberty. He's a guy, and I'm a believer in the quarterbacks learning. Like Mahomes had that year, like giving the guys the learning, and he learned with LaFleur. He got thrown to the Wolves in Tennessee and just got clobbered, but he had those 2 years in Green Bay to grow, and that's what they're saying. They're seeing a lot more. People are seeing if you watch his progressions. Like the thing is he's not going to be a pass heavy, so the receivers. I would be a little worried. Luckily, it's Marvin Harrison who's underperformed, and Michael Wilson and McBride would be right in his wheelhouse. He'll be close enough that he'll throw it to him. But that's what I've been hearing is the big things on him. That's the same reason that I'm a little excited, getting back excited for Kyler Murray, because all signs point to him unseating JJ McCarthy. And JJ McCarthy, I've pretty much always thought was a dumpster fire. Put Kyler Murray, who's had his ups, had his downs. He runs. He's shown more in my life ever than JJ McCarthy. Give Kyler Murray one of the top 4 or 5 receivers in professional football. Give him a solid wide receiver too, an aging Hawk, and maybe Jordan Mason, or they pick up some guys. And I think Kyler Murray, with his running ability, he'll be 29 when the season starts, I believe. I'd be a little excited, and if I could get him before Tuesday or before he signs, like he might drag it out a little bit. I would, I would, I wouldn't give the ranch, but I would reach a little bit for him.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, possibly. I mean, Minnesota's. I mean, I like the coach of Minnesota. They got good players. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, I'd probably rather have Kyler Murray than
That's the
JJ
question.
McCarthy as well.
Well, Malik
But
Willis.
I'm
How about
not.
Malik?
I'd probably rather have Kyler just because at least I know he can do something. Like
Yeah,
he's been doing. I think Kyler's biggest problem. Kyler's never been a fantasy problem. I mean, he's
Yeah.
always put up great fantasy numbers, no matter how. I don't care how he does it. I mean, it's ugly. He doesn't have anything for the first three quarters, and then he'll end up with 30 points in the fourth. I mean,
Yeah.
works for me, fine. I don't really care. But as an NFL quarterback, I don't know if that's going to fly. That doesn't win you games. Uh, and he's injured a lot. I feel like he misses parts of every season. So, like, I would rather, yeah, I'd rather have Kyler Murray, I guess. But
Mhm.
I'm not really sure if I'd be happy with either one of these guys.
Yeah, I'm a little more enthusiastic because I think I'm in the need of a quarterback too in a lot of leagues, and I'm just stockpiling because you never know what's. Like, you might have a guy that hits that can help you later. Like Kirk Cousins is going to be
I
cut by
would
the
have
Falcons.
these guys on my team as a quarterback three. That if my quarterback two goes down, hey, then I can fill them in. But like to start the season, I don't want neither one of these guys in my starting lineup.
Yeah, and as a three, you're safer because both these guys with their legs, and if in those situations, they could be QB1s with leg. I mean, legs is the difference between quarterback 8 and quarterback 22. To be honest,
Sure,
that's a big.
sure.
If they're both doing that, that's a possibility. And there's a lot of veterans also that are going to be popping in as we're going through. Supposedly, Cousins is going to have some suitors. I have a feeling Cousins is going to be in Minnesota or Miami. Apparently, Frank Wright wants Carson Wentz in New York, so that's just an appetite for disaster. I heard that one coming through. Aaron Rodgers, please retire. So who's going to end up in Pittsburgh? But it's going to be interesting to see those carousel fall. And the last one I got for you is Isaiah Likely. We've been Isaiah Likely fans. Just he's never truly lived up to potential, even when Mark Andrews has sucked. So because you got Kyle Pitts was the other guy, but he got franchised.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Likely, my favorite location. Where do you think he ends, and what do you think would be like the greatest location? Have you heard any of the locations for this one? I got one that's just amazing.
I haven't really heard much from
He's staying in the
about
DMV. Give him to
Isaiah.
Jaden Daniels.
Sure. I mean
They
that
got the see the Commanders
that
have
sounds great.
83 million. They can pay Isaiah Likely. They won't have to because he's not performed. I mean, a ton.
And I mean, it would make sense. I mean, they need another option. I mean, he would immediately probably go in as like
Throw him there,
their
yeah.
number two option. Hopefully, McLaurin has more a bounce back this season. McDaniel stays healthy and returns to like what he was his rookie year. I don't know if he'll be as efficient as his rookie year, but
They figured him out too.
yeah, I mean
And then
that
Bill will just be a stud because that's what Bill is. Bill.
no, Bill's not a stud.
I know, but can't a man have a
Oh yeah,
dream?
you can dream all you want.
I
I
can
can't
dream.
imagine the Redskins don't make an offer to Algier or Gainwell or
Well,
another
he's a
running back.
complimentary back. Yeah, I could. I think that'd be smart of them. But here's the one thing, non-fantasy related. Then we're going to jump into receivers. The Raiders. They just traded their best defensive player and, if not the best, the top, at least the top one, two, three in the league, in Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens. It's something we don't really think about in football to a point, but getting rid of a great defensive player on the Raiders are terrible. Will that maybe help them have to throw the ball a little more to help Mendoza? And does having a great defensive player help the offense on the Ravens or hinder them because they'll be putting up less points?
I
I
think
mean,
it
I
makes
love
all
the
the.
play.
I mean, it makes all the sense in the world for the Raiders, to do this. I mean, they're not going to win anytime soon, and he's getting kind of older too. So, I mean, it makes perfect sense. As much for him as you can. I'm not really sure. I don't think anything's really going to change. I mean, Lamar Jackson's still going to get his points, and Derrick Henry's still going to get his points. It's not like we've ever relied on the receivers before, anyway, right? So nothing really changes. So Baltimore could average 15, 15 points a game, and still Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry could both get but they'll average more points than that. But
Yeah,
it's
but
it's always just been them two. Or the last few years, it's just been them two. So I'm not really worried about the receivers. And I don't really expect anything out of the Raiders offense anyway. So I don't think it really changes anything. I think I have no idea what Mendoza's going to be. So
I'm not. He's gonna be like a Caleb Williams who has to prove and get me on his side. Like Caleb's got me there to a point, but I mean, right now the Ravens though, signing this week, they've got to figure some stuff out. They're at negative 10 million due to the Crosby stuff, so that's gonna be where they're gonna be messing with as they go into the season. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited. I'll be sitting there at the. I have like half an hour during my son's drums. I'll just be sitting there scouring stuff. Unless I listen to it while I go for a run, I'm not sure, but that'll be my Monday night enjoying all that kind of stuff. But we're going to go into, we're already over halfway through the show, and we're going to go into receivers today. Wide receivers are brought to you by Fast Draft. Join in on Fast Draft, one of our newest sponsors. If you want best ball right now, it's a fun time to go. Go to fastdraft.com, use the code Couriers, or download the app and use the code Couriers for matching of $50. I've already won a boat ton of money there. So
well,
check it
how
out.
about so let's see, since that was a little longer, we're already halfway. How about we do this? We just save the rookie receivers for next week's tight end show. That way it
Okay.
adds a little bit. That way we can spend a little more
We'll have a lot of
time.
free agents too, so we'll see where we get.
Yeah, so I think if
Free
we,
agents, tight
because
ends,
it's not
so.
like we got to talk about that many wide receivers. So I mean, there's not that many tight ends. Who really cares? I mean, they're tight ends.
So we'll probably in two. I think it'll be our 2 week show. So next week everybody will be free agency. 2 weeks we'll talk because there's a ton of rookie receivers. That is the biggest group of people for this draft, and
Yeah.
we can talk some draft strategies as we get through there because we'll be through the free agency. So this week we're going to look at receivers. I'm going to give you some receivers to maybe should get excited about. Some receivers I'm going to be like, what do we do with these guys? And our buy low receivers for our weekly discussion. So. Let's start with some people to get excited about. Tet McMillan. Tet McMillan came in, and everybody's like, he's a good player, and there was still that, but he's going to the Panthers. There was still, great receivers. He was the best receiver in the class, but he's going to the Panthers. So there was. I would read different stuff. There's people you loved Tet, or you were like, I don't know Tet. There wasn't. I don't think anybody hated Tet per se, and he came out and dude showed out. He looked pretty good last year, I would say, for a rookie with a team where 1,014 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 70 receptions, and Bryce Young was his quarterback. Arrows pointing high on him. Tet currently is the ECR 10 on Fantasy Pros Dynasty Leagues. Where are you with Tet?
Yeah, he surprised me. I'm not. I'm kind of the guy that wasn't that high on him. I thought he was going to be okay, maybe, but like I said, it was more based around like Bryce Young and the offense. I mean, I didn't really know how that was going to turn out. It turned out a little better than obviously most people thought it would. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where this guy can go. I still think his ceiling's a little capped with Bryce Young as his quarterback. I don't know how high, how good Bryce Young could be, but I mean, I like that. I mean, I kind of jumped on board with that.
It seems the theme of my get excited guys because I'm not talking about the top four. I mean, we know Chase, Puka, JSN. We can discuss who's the best of those later on in the time. Then you got like Lamb, Jefferson, St. Brown. Those guys, we know they're good. So we're just looking at guys that maybe we could see hitting the next level. I'm gonna put two more rookies together for you, and they
So
are
hold on.
separate.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's go back to that. So you don't put St. Brown in the same category as JSN?
I don't.
Really?
I've watched them both, and it's just below. I think now, like I'm a St. Brown truther, but I
Crazy.
watched both of them play. And St. Brown, maybe it's because St. Brown is so surgical. Like he's not that flashy new toy, but he just does this. It could be
So
just a
what?
misconception in my brain.
So what more does St. Brown have? I mean, like you've been on St. Brown since the beginning. It took me a
Yeah.
little while. It took me a while to come on, but the fact that this guy just produces, not just every year. And JSN, while I love JSN, while great, had a really really good season last year. But I think ultimately he ends up being like kind of the same receiver as St. Brown. So I mean, honestly, I'd put St. Brown up there with all those guys. I mean, I think he's got to be in the tier one wide receivers at this point. I think he's done enough to earn that, in my opinion.
Yeah, see, I'm not a tier guy, so St. Brown, it would be weighing here. is St. Brown? I have a number. So is he? Do I have him above Lamb or Jefferson? So that's really what he would fall. Like Lamb, Jefferson, and St. Brown are three guys that I got
I
bunched,
love,
and
I love CD Lamb. He's
they're all the
great,
same age
but
too.
he's one. I mean, I got it, but I'm on St. Brown's been so much better than him over their careers. I mean, CD Lamb had that great see what 2 years
What,
ago, and then other than
2 years
that,
ago,
he's
17.
been okay. I think St. Brown's been great.
Yeah, I love St. Brown. Like, I'm not denying him, but I think he's just right. I think it's because he's so stinking consistent. So I could be argued into putting him in there. I mean, St. Brown in the last 4 years hasn't had a season under 1161, and the last 3 years doubled his touchdown. So you might be getting me there. I mean, last year, the last 3 years. Do you know what wide receiver he was?
He's got to be top three.
Three. He was
Yeah.
wide receiver 3 years running as you're going. So
So what else does he got to do, man?
I, I don't know. I like, but then again, I'll take all three of them. So I mean, I'm sitting there rocking a team with Puka and JSN, and I'm happy as a pig in mud.
Yeah, I'd be happy too. But if you put
I like to have St. Brown
like
too, but it's
if you switch St. Brown out with either one of those guys, I'd still be super excited. I don't think much changes from my team.
yeah, it's. I think he's right in my mind. He's right below. Look, I mean, Puka has
Okay.
Puka just other than that. I mean, Puka rocked what he wide receiver one last year, 1,700 yards, and JSN was two. Right? Let me see.
Yeah.
JSN was two last year. Two, yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3. So it's just a matter of Jamar Chase. He's the X factor in there with me in that group.
All that,
And healthy
I mean,
Burrow, Chase number one.
all I'm saying is that St. Brown belongs in that conversation, not the second conversation.
You got.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he should go number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just saying he belongs in there in the conversation with those guys.
Hey, you can be wrong. No.
Oh, I could definitely be wrong. I'm not arguing
No,
that point.
no. I think it's valid. It's just that's just where he falls in my brain. On these tiers here, I was just starting through the tiers too. So you'll find out in June when I sit down and put everybody in there. The next two guys, though, do fall in that kind of an idea. The second guy is, to me, Jason Jr. That would be Emeka Ibuka, who started out so fire and then pooped the bed the rest of the year. But this year, he's set up to be the wide receiver one for the Bucks, unless Mike Evans decides he likes Florida and not paying taxes. And then Luther Burden. Luther Burden started out like straight poo, couldn't get on the field, and then ended the year pretty solid, like you as a football player, more so than as a fantasy. He had that one big game, but you could see, like in Cleveland and San Francisco, you could see some connections starting, that everybody's getting excited for him coming into this year. Plus DJ Moore, by the way, DJ Moore is a Bill, everybody.
Yeah.
I got him. He's
Hey,
coming up.
can we talk about that for a second?
He's in my what to do.
Okay.
So we'll get him, but
Okay.
Burden Egbuka. So we're looking there. Like, to me, Emeka Egbuka is the same thoughts I had with JSN when he came in. Really, really good talent, but it's going to take that extra year because of the surroundings. So, are these guys going to just skyrocket? Currently, Egbuka's 14, and blah blah. I just lost him. He's farther down. Luther Burden is 26. I mean, I think that might be, but Luther Burden, I think that's too low for Burden. But are these guys?
I think by the end of the season, that will be too low for Burden. I mean, to be clear, I think he'll end up being the number 2 option by the end of the season. Oh, of course, he will be the number 2. Oh, I mean, honestly, he could be
he's
the number 1.
3.
He could be the number 1 option. It wouldn't surprise. I mean,
2 behind Loveland.
I think he'll end up being better. I mean, he has a chance to be better than Loveland or Dunze. He could be just the third number 1 option. It wouldn't surprise me. But I think Ibuka, I think this is JSN is a great comparison as far as the team goes. I did hear he had some kind of hamstring injury in the second half of the season. That might be why he kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't even know where I heard that thing. I just know I heard it from somewhere. So that, I mean, that can make a huge difference. But yeah, I think Ibuka's the real deal. Burden, they could be very, very, very good. So
if
I like both of them.
3 guys: Burden, Egbuka, and Marvin Harrison Jr. What order would you? How would you rank those in order of guys you would want on a dynasty team?
Well, all right now I'll probably go Buka, Burden, and Harrison because I love Harrison, but I mean, man, it's I just can't. It's hard for me to get excited, but I can still get excited for the other two guys. I'm just
He's
depressed on Harrison,
he's finally sinking. He
and
was the
it's
guy I
not
was going
going
to
to
hit later.
and it's not going to help him if Malik Willis goes there. I mean, that makes it even worse.
Yes, the Marvin Harrison has finally lost some of his value. He's 25 overall, but let's go to the what to do and buy low. I got some guys that will sort of fall in together there, but we're Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson. If you had a team, and I was talking, there's a guy in Bourbon, Alex. He has Marvin. He's apparently somehow NFL card. He's got Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson. It's never a good strategy. I had it the other year and it was successful with the Cardinals. I had the Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden pairing, and it was great that year. But otherwise, it doesn't happen too often. Colts had a couple, but if you were thinking, okay, I'm looking ahead, I got to keep one of these two guys, and I got to trade one of these two guys. I mean, Harrison's value's down. Michael, I mean, they're. What would you do?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to get rid of Marvin Harrison and Michael Wilson's value is probably about as high as it could get. I mean, it's got to be pretty high at the moment, but the way he played last year. I mean, I would probably trade Michael Wilson. I'm a stubborn fantasy player. So I like Marvin Harrison, and still think he's going to be good, man.
Year three. It's year three, right? Year three.
Yeah, it's not everybody's sometimes it just takes guys a while. And I
I mean,
think I would trade Michael Wilson.
Rasheed Rice. Dude's a knucklehead. Dude's a
He's
bonehead.
an idiot. I don't want that guy nowhere near my team.
Well, let's see. Where is he? Dude is already. He's still a wide receiver, 16 and a keeper. What you got him on your team? You know he's not worth
Bag
anything.
of peanuts.
Are you getting peanuts right now? Thinking, I mean, if this allegation comes out as the NFL investigates, or the courts, or whatever, it comes out as a legit thing, dude's toast for a year, right? If not career.
Sure, I don't want this guy nowhere near my team. I don't. If somebody was like, "Hey, I'll probably give," somebody said, "I'll give you a third and maybe like some random kind of wide receiver replacement, or maybe just like a
Wow.
wide receiver replacement." I don't. Who's going to pay that much for this guy? I
I
mean,
tried to
what would?
lowball him on a team and I couldn't get him.
Yeah,
Guys
I
are
don't
still
think.
holding. I think he's a solid hold is the problem.
Yeah, I would probably hold him because you're going to get peanuts for him.
Yeah.
So I would probably just like keep him on the end of my bench. But this guy's an
Would you
idiot.
offer that third in that jobber for him? I mean, if
Sure,
he plays, dude is spectacular.
yeah.
But
I'd
if
probably
he
like I
if he
said,
leaves the football field, dude's a moron.
I don't want him on my team. But if somebody was like, "Hey, give me this and like a third and something for Rasheed Rice," I'd be like, "Well, this guy's never going to play on my team." And the third round pick's probably pretty good chance he doesn't play on my team either. It is the NFL these days, so you're allowed to come back from anything unless you gamble. That makes it a little more complicated.
Henry
But
Ruggs, he's coming back
yeah, he
soon.
got murdered. I mean,
He gets he gets help me in August. I think.
outside murdering somebody, you're probably going to get a second chance. And hey, I read somewhere that Ruggs might get out of
Ruggs is
jail
trying to come back.
early, and he's
Yeah.
going to try to come back. Would it surprise me he gets a job in the NFL? Nope. Nope, not at all. You can murder people and still get a job in the NFL. That
Well,
makes
Plax
perfect
spent
sense.
2 years in jail, right? Plax had 2 years in jail and then came back and had some solid later years. You had Vic do a
This
little bit
guy,
of time.
but I feel like what he did is way worse than what Plax did, right?
He was drunk driving, wasn't he? Really fast and killed
Who,
somebody.
Ruggs?
Ruggs, yeah.
Yeah, and he killed somebody.
He killed somebody. Yeah, drunk driving way too fast. Like I think,
I
yeah,
don't think
that's
Plaxico Burris ever did. What
he
did
shot
Plaxico
himself
Burris?
in the leg in a
Yeah,
bar.
he
He
shot
was in New York.
himself.
He was in New
Yeah,
York with
that
third gun laws.
I didn't know. That's why I forgot. I didn't
Yeah,
realize that's why he went to jail. But yeah, he
yeah,
shot himself. You should go to jail for being stupid for shooting
yeah.
yourself. Henry Ruggs was drunk, driving really, really
It was
fast, and
terrible. The
murdered
worst.
somebody. He should
The
never
worst.
be allowed back in the NFL. I don't.
100%.
Yeah, people deserve second chances. You know what? No, you don't. Not to murdering somebody, dude.
Yeah, that one's rough. Like that's one of my like. Oof. Anyway, um, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce.
Hey, but I will say Didn't
Oh,
Dante Stallworth run over some guy crossing the street and kill him, and he came back?
I believe so. Yes, and I'll double check that while you're talking about Alec Pierce, who I know you're excited to talk about.
Oh yeah, so Alex Pierce is crazy. I just realized that people were willing to pay like $25 million for this guy. I didn't realize that. I mean, he had a pretty solid seat, way better than I anticipated that I thought. But he also averaged 21 yards a catch. Now, is 21 yards a catch a repeatable number? Probably not. We went through this with Achan. Of course, if he's getting paid 25-30 million, he's a clear number one option, and your role as a player on a team clearly changes. You're going to be like the number one option, and the ball's going to be going your way more. So your average is going to come down, but his volume goes up. Is he really a volume receiver though? That's the question. Is he a volume receiver, or is he like a deep threat receiver that doesn't, get a lot of catches and tries to average 18, 19, 20 yards a catch? I don't know if I want that guy as my number one. Well,
No, I don't.
George Pickens is kind of like that.
Pickens is better.
But I like Pickens way better than I like Alec Pierce.
I like Alec Pierce as a human better. Pickens is better as a football player. So if I had to pick, he seems like a nice.
Yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Pickens seems like a piece of work, but I'd rather
Pickens is a piece of work. You're right.
But yeah, but Pierce, he's a guy that's gonna good for him. Dude's gonna walk away with a bag of cash to be poor man Zay Flowers. Maybe like Zay Flowers at least can get intermediate routes, but yeah, he's not. I guess Deshaun Jackson's always my go-to back in the day.
You know what? I don't necessarily think that I would want Zay Flowers over Alec Pierce.
Oh, I don't.
To be honest.
Oh, I do. I do. Honest. He's the only guy in town. I don't have Zay Flowers anywhere, but he kills me.
I'm not sure. I'm about as excited. Yeah, I'm about as excited for Zay Flowers as I am for Alec Pierce. It's not like I'd rather have either one of those guys.
I mean, Zay Flowers had 1,200 yards on 86 receptions and 5 touchdowns. I'm cool with that.
But Alec Pierce had a big year too, so I mean,
Alec Pierce didn't have that much. Let's pull it up and see where Alec Pierce, wide receiver 47 currently. He had 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns on 47 receptions. So
I'm saying he averaged 21 yards a catch. I think that's going to be hard to.
Yeah. Oh, and I think he does. It's one of those things too. Like it's the argument with Wandell. I didn't throw him in here.
I would rather have Wandell over both those guys, probably.
But the problem with Wandell and with Pierce was theirs due to where they are. Wandell, when he was great, everybody else was hurt. So it was Wandell getting everything. Pierce, it was Danny Dimes. Until Danny Dimes, he was a guy that us in fantasy circles knew. And if you knew about,
I'm going to try to look smart. 47 catches. I mean, I don't know if I want to bet on that.
No, and if you're from Cincinnati, you know who he is. I was trying to look smart and say his college, but yeah, no, neither of these guys am I interested in. I mean, for a bag of peanuts, maybe. And I mentioned earlier DJ Moore. DJ Moore goes to the Bills. The Bills gave up a second rounder, got DJ Moore and a fifth from the Bears.
All right, so
backtrack.
I would prefer Zay Flowers over Alec Pierce.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd take back everything I said.
Okay.
I would prefer Zay. I'm sorry.
Alec Pierce is 47, Zay Flowers 23. I think there's a double thing.
I'm sure I sounded really stupid there, so I want to just go back and repeat that.
But
I do prefer.
You know your point. You know how your point is not much off though. 1,200 to 1,000 yards. Zay Flowers had 5 touchdowns. Alec Pierce had 6. So you are. I mean, unless you're PPR, you get 40 more points for Zay. So that's where you bank it up more. That's the difference. But yardage-wise, if Alex Pierce can learn, they're similar players, in my opinion. If Alex Pierce can do those intermediate routes, he has the possibility, not the probability, of getting closer. I don't have Zay Flowers. He scares me, but every time I play him, dude puts up crap. He is like the new wave Tyler Lockett in DJ Dub's world.
Maybe.
Every time I play those guys, butchered. Like Tyler Lockett, that was that 4 touchdowns, whatever it was. Didn't he have 3-4 touchdowns? Every time he scored a ton of touchdowns on me.
He'd have like 50 points or 0 points. Yeah,
and they were all against me. DJ Moore, he's a Buffalo Bill. DJ Moore in a 5th rounder to the Bills for a 2nd rounder. DJ Moore's gonna be 30 this year, 29, 30 years. So he's a little long in the tooth as he's going into this season. But he's 28, so he'll be 29 this season. That's what it was. what do we do with DJ Moore? Is he good enough to Stephon Diggs? I mean, Josh Allen's a stud because he can run and all that good stuff, and he throws it to somebody, and it just doesn't make those guys studs other than Stephon Diggs. Is DJ Moore a stud, or is he just sort of a filler because they hate Keon Coleman?
I think DJ Moore is what DJ Moore has always been. So, like that guy that just never got over the hump to be like the number one guy, but he's like a really, really good wide receiver too for fantasy. This is as for fantasy.
Yeah,
He's been solid. I mean, over the last 3 seasons, he's been really, really good. Um, and I think going to Buffalo, where Josh Allen likes to sling it, right?
yeah.
And who's he going to sling it to? DJ Moore's good enough, still good enough to get open. So I mean, I
Total
think you can
here.
I still think you can get 1,200 yards and some touchdowns out of DJ Moore. So I
I
mean,
mean,
I think it's a good play for both teams. At
so
first, I
DJ
was kind
Moore
of
probably is he'd be a season guy, but not a unless you're a win now kind of. So DJ Moore regular season right now is number 36, and I just had him up on Dynasty. He's like 43, so it's about 7 off.
well,
But
yeah.
he's
I
got two
mean,
3 years in Buffalo, 3 year
he's
window.
20 he's 29
He'll be
years
29
old.
in season.
He's not going to be a great. His dynasty asset is going to start going down. So I mean, you kind of play this guy season for season. Yeah, like you said, if you're a win now team and you need a receiver that going to produce, I think DJ Moore's going to have a pretty DJ Moore season. I don't think much changes, but it could be better because he's got Josh Allen as quarterback.
Yeah, could be.
What other
I'm just a
offense
little
would you
weird.
want to be a part of if you're a wide receiver?
In offense, we've seen somebody not named Stephon Diggs get elevated. That's
Has
the problem.
anybody?
Like,
But DJ Moore, I feel like DJ Moore is pretty close to
I mean,
Stephon
you got
Diggs.
DJ Moore as a mid-tier wide receiver too in Buffalo. Like
Yeah.
you would if you would be way above ECR. They have him as a wide receiver 4 on Fantasy Pros currently for a regular season, and you got him like as a wide receiver 2, like 1,200 yards and a bunch of touchdowns. That's pretty stinking solid. I mean, it'd be good for Josh Allen. It'd be good. That's what they need, a receiver to get over the hump. And they got
So
no
is
money.
so if Zay Flowers can do what he's doing in Buffalo or in Baltimore, I think DJ Moore's better than Zay Flowers.
Yeah,
So I mean, in that offense where they throw a lot, they don't. Who else are they going to throw it to? He's still
James
he's
Cook.
still he's still going to throw for a lot of yards, and DJ Moore is still a good. He's not great, but he's a
I mean,
good receiver. And with Josh Allen, I mean, I think it's going to
four
be a
thousand
good.
yards, 8 receivers. That's like 500 yards a receiver, right?
No, but
So
none of those receivers are near
Gabe
DJ
Davis,
Moore
come on,
level.
man, Gabe Davis. I miss Gabe
I
Davis.
love Gabe Davis, but
Those two grains are great.
Whether you like DJ Moore or not, he's been a solid receiver his whole career, and he's Josh. And outside of Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen has never really had that.
Yeah. Okay, what are we doing?
So what you don't think he's going to be very good? Do you think he's going to be very good?
I've fallen for this trick. It's with DJ Moore as a DJ Moore. Every time I
So
have DJ
look at
Moore,
his.
I don't
So
know.
what are his
I don't know
what
where
are
I'm
his
putting it.
numbers the last 3 years in Chicago?
Okay, hold on. I just lost DJ Moore again. He was at 43. Here you go. So DJ Moore, last 3 years at Chicago. The first year was the good year, 1364 and 8 touchdowns. Last 24, 98 receptions, 966 and 6 touchdowns. Last year, 50 receptions, 682 and 6 touchdowns. Dude never has a double digit season. He has the 1,300 yards was his peak year. Other than that, he has 1,100 and change yards seasons, but he has also 4 seasons that were under 1,000 yards. So he is a he should be a wide receiver 2 for the team. And the problem is they're going to force him into wide receiver 1 role, which could be the challenge at his age. Like I think who are you gonna guard on that team? DJ Moore and Kincaid. So can he handle at this point in his career where last year was his it's funny, he was still wide receiver 28 last year with 682 yards because it was just spread out so much. I
Yeah, and it was spread. They had a lot of. I would much prefer Chicago's options to Buffalo's options.
yeah.
So I
think
mean, I just think there's going to be a lot of
he's a wide
opportunity.
receiver 3. If that's what's where like I'd have him in a wide receiver. He'll probably fall for me probably wide because he is in Buffalo. Maybe
Okay,
24 to 20, maybe right at.
I'll say going into the season, yeah, he's probably going to be drafted as a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4. I totally agree there because nobody really likes the guy. But I think by the end of the season, I think he's going to be he's going to finish as a wide receiver too, probably in top 20, probably.
Okay. We've been talking for a while. I got 6 guys, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna say trade for, trade away, stay away. I'll let you write that
So
down.
hold on, I got to write that down. Hold on.
I will name some guys, or just tell me I like him, I want him, or I want to drop him. Something to that effect. But I just want to do some quick hits here with these guys because I wanted to
Okay.
throw
All
them
right.
out.
I think I got it. I think I
Okay,
got it.
I want to start, and this is a trifecta. What we do with these guys. We're looking in Jacksonville. Parker Washington exploded onto the scene, but he's still not worth diddly squat. Brian Thomas Jr. is a backwards receiver. He had his third-year breakout in the first season, and then he sucked really bad. And if you look at it, I was listening to some stuff that in college he wasn't anything to. He was just a big guy, like DK Metcalf inverted. And Hunter, who's now going to be a cornerback. So the thing is, realistically, the question is Washington and BTJ are the receivers. Hunter's the cornerback gadget guy. Are you gambling? What are you doing with these 3 guys? With those
Well,
3 items?
I don't know if I really want Hunter. I mean, if he's going to be a full time quarterback, a cornerback, what much does he do for me? Now, I mean, if you play an IDP where you can get points
Yeah,
for
oh yeah,
playing offense,
heck yeah.
sure. I mean, I would definitely want him on my team that way, but I don't like IDP and I really don't want to play IDP. So I'm going to pretend I'm not in an IDP and I don't really want him on my team if he's not going to get much play. How many plays is he going to? But
That's what we don't know. Is he? Are
yeah, that's
you
what I'm saying.
risking
So
it?
I'd probably
He's
try to get
talented.
out from underneath of it.
I did.
I
I
think
did.
I probably prefer Parker Washington over Brian Thomas. Probably. I mean, I think I like Parker Washington last year, but I
What's
love Brian
BTJ's
Thomas
value?
after the first year. I don't know what to think of BTJ. I have no idea.
Because
I
I've
don't know.
tried throwing things out and they're too low ball, but I can't feel like I'm going. Like one was insulting. I said, "Yeah, it's my fault." But
It's not going to be cheap to get
Malik
him.
Willis or Brian Thomas Jr. Where would you? How close would their value be? That was the average I was using with the guy
Oh, I
talking
would
about.
prefer to have Brian Thomas Jr. than Malik Willis.
Okay, well, you like okay. AJ Brown, what are we doing with him? Getting out from under, holding him.
I think I probably just told him because I think ultimately he probably ends up getting
Imagine if he
traded
goes
and
to Buffalo.
it goes to a good team. I think he's still AJ Brown. I mean, he started off really bad last year, but I mean, overall the season was still okay. Um, I'd probably just kind of treat him like you treat Derrick Henry, right? Just want to. You don't know how much longer he's got from year to year, so what's the point of getting rid of him because his value ain't that much.
Yeah.
I think what you're going to get by the end of the season is better than what your value would get for trading him.
Let's close out with some jobbers here. Romeo Dobbs
I
been
don't
stuck
want
in
it.
Green Bay purgatory.
I don't want
Romeo
it.
Dobbs, there's been talk of going to your boys in San Francisco. Everybody's hurt. Brock Purdy, Romeo Dobbs is the talent, but he was just stuck on. It's like any Patriots receiver who might have been really good, not named Randy Moss, but Brady just spread it out, and that was just a system. Would you invest a little bit? I just
What's
recently
a
picked him. I've
little?
always been a Dobbs guy.
What's a little bit? Be
Oh,
like,
I
hey, I'll
mean,
give you a third rounder.
I'm thinking late second, early third, maybe, or a couple player swaps.
I mean, I'd probably give you like a third, maybe. Top of the sure, I would give you a third rounder for him. I mean,
What
I
about
wouldn't have no
Jalen
issues.
Coker? Coker
Hmm.
in I love Coker, but Coker was part of my trade that netted me Dobbs. I like Dobbs's.
I see them as the same, maybe like at the same level of player. If you wanted Dobbs and was like, hey, I'll give you Coker, I'd be like, sure.
And I
Well,
love Coker. They tendered him, meaning he'll be a Panther this year, more or less. But Bryce Young, so that's sort of the challenge
yeah.
with him. And I'll end with your boy
I mean, let's
Brandon.
be real. It's not like Dobbs didn't have the opportunity to be the guy.
And,
Do they
and the
really
thing was,
want?
on that
Do they
team,
really
he
want to
was the
spread it
guy.
around, or none of them was that good to begin with?
Or was it?
Jordan Love isn't. Maybe Jordan Love isn't
I
good.
mean, Dobbs still this year on a team had 724 and 6 touchdowns and his yards per reception has grown every year from 10 to 11 to 13 to 13.2. So he's
So it sounds like you would prefer to have Romeo Dobbs than DJ Moore.
Ask me Wednesday. Like
Are
honestly,
you for real?
I am dead for real because I don't trust Buffalo receivers. It's the same thing like the guys in Green Bay.
Because none of them are any good.
But DJ Moore, I think he's at the point where he's going to be wide receiver 3. Dobbs, they're probably the same, to be honest. I mean,
I would so bet. Let's make a bet.
Well, what kind of a bet can we do on Dobbs versus D? I told you, if Dobbs signs with Green Bay, it's null and void. Dobbs signs with, he's got to sign with a decent team. So log it down. I'll put a note here, and we'll talk. Well, we can base it upon where Dobbs falls.
So how good's the team got to be for Dobbs to go to? So if you say he goes to San Francisco, then you prefer Dobbs over DJ Moore.
We're going to be talking hairline here. So it's one of those, like, you have Dobbs like way, way down here and Moore way, way, way up here. So it's a matter. So that's where I'd take it because I think they're closer than
DJ Moore has lived way up here. Dobbs has always lived way down here.
Was Troy Brown a good receiver?
He was average.
I mean, DJ Brown last year, 682 yards and 6 touchdowns. Dobbs, 724 and 6 touchdowns. He's better. There we go.
Who's better?
Last year, Dobbs was better than Moore.
Oh, it's a different NFL too. I feel like Troy Brown was just like your average NFL.
Yeah, Troy Brown was. He was more of a versatile. Do
I think Romeo Dobbs could be your average NFL receiver? Sure.
I think DJ.
I mean, I was a fan of Alan Lazard. So I mean,
it's because Aaron Rodgers loved Alan Lazard. Yeah, that's why we thought the Jets would work. That was the whole thing. So I left a note in here for us when I copy and make it for next week, our free agency show. If Dobbs lands somewhere, not Green Bay, like not one of these stupids like the Jets or Green Bay. If he goes to the Jets or Green Bay, yeah, you win by a mile. If he goes to San Francisco, if he goes to maybe even Washington. A couple of these guys. Let's see who has money. If he goes to Tennessee.
What if he goes to New England?
Ooh, I love that. Tennessee, New England, San Francisco. I'm in.
Okay.
And those are names that I've seen popped up. Those 3 names. I mean, he goes to. What would you think? Put him in New England. Are you thinking differently, Mr. Lover of Drake May? He's
not really. I think Dobbs gives you 800 yards and 5-6 touchdowns every year. I don't think Dobbs is a number 1 guy. I think he's a really good 2/3. And I think DJ Moore is a 3/2.
So they're closer than I thought you thought they were. So I thought you had him like. So, yeah, last guy. Here we go. Quick hit. We don't even know what's going to happen to this guy. I just wanted to see what you thought of him. Brandon Ayuk. You were a Brandon Ayuk truther.
Oh, I love Brandon. I love me some Brandon.
Brandon Ayuk. I wanted to throw his name on there. He got cut, right?
Yeah, they released him. Cut.
So Brandon Ayuk did exactly. He's going to get cut or whatnot. He hasn't got cut. They said he got cut, but he did exactly what we said he would do to a point. What some guys do. He Albert Haynesworth the team. He got a decent contract and then just pooped the bed when he played. Then he became a total prima donna. That was the biggest problem.
I don't understand.
It was weird. Like, I was never a big Ayuk fan. You were the Ayuk truther, but Brandon Ayuk, where? So the question was, is he a buy low? I mean, his value could never get any lower. Would you give a pick for him right now? Would you give a pick for? God only knows what Brandon Ayuk can be.
I'd give a third for. I like Brandon Ayuk. I can be like, hey, I'll give you a third for Brandon Ayuk if you want it. Sure.
I mean, right now
it's a 3rd-round pick.
ECR 100 or something like that.
I mean, if I knew if he was going to play, like if I knew if Ayuk was on a team right now, I would rather have Ayuk over Romeo Dobbs.
I would take that bet all day long. I'm trying to see how low Ayuk has fallen. Like, he's way back here.
Oh, yeah, he's way down there. I agree, 100%. But let's say Ayuk went to the Patriots. I'd be salivating all over that.
Yeah. One name, just because I'm curious for me, and then we'll say, guys, we talked for a while. Hope you enjoyed us in 2 sessions. I just picked up Tank Dell. Is have you watched? Look up Tank Dell's. I know what everybody thinks Tank Dell right now. Look up his Instagram. He was doing cuts on sand. That knee looks like, I mean, there's no pads, but still cuts on sand is pretty nasty, and he's got some good speed on there. So it'd be interesting to see with all those receivers. Like I think he's not going to be the old Tank Dell, but it's cool to see him moving again.
Yeah, I hope he plays again. I mean, I think I still
That'd be
got
cool.
him on a. I think I still randomly got him on a team somewhere.
Yeah, he was a toss in. Like a guy was doing trading. I've been having fun trading recently because that's what makes this all season. When you have 1,000 teams, it makes it better too. But it's just having that. It makes I've been throwing trades out all over the place on some leagues where guys want to trade, and I got Tank as a throw in. I'm like, yeah, I want because I traded him to him years ago as part of some of my trades. But okay, JJ Wang, that's receivers that exist. We'll talk about receivers that don't exist in a couple weeks, as we will basically get through free agency. Then we'll do tight ends and then go into the rookies for about a month till they actually have a real team. Give us some wisdom.
Well, I just wanted to let you know my daughter will be making her first appearance in the school musical this
Ooh,
this week.
yeah, dog.
She's she's really into it. This is kind of like the first thing that she's like kind of found on her own. Like I've always, just put her to make her do random things. She kind of found this on her own. I had no idea. She really enjoys it. I mean, she's not playing soccer right now just so she could do the school musical. She wants to make sure she can
Yes.
get it. She's still playing soccer. She's still on the soccer
Oh,
team, but the musical is interfering with soccer practice. So she's choosing to go to the musical because she wants to dedicate, 100% of her time to something that she's already
I
started.
knew I liked
And they
that
put a
girl.
lot of time into it. I mean, they do a lot of
Oh
practice.
yeah.
I mean, practice Saturdays, Sundays. I mean, I think they get like one day a
Wow.
week off. So I mean, they're putting in a lot of work. So I just wanted to let you know she'll be performing her play this week because you're the drama guy. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Opening night's Thursday,
That's
so we'll
awesome.
see how it goes. So as
Send me
always,
pictures.
trust yourself. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I don't take pictures. I'll have to find somebody
Take one for
that.
me. Use
Yeah,
your
all
phone.
right,
Use
I'll
your
take
phone.
before.
But you
How's
probably can't
that?
take them actually because there's copyright stuff.
True. Yeah, they do a video of it, so I'll send you the video.
And
I
I'll
do
watch
know
it.
that. I'm not saying you'll watch it.
I'll
Yeah,
fast forward it. See your girl.
yeah. Fast forward it to see
I've known her
me
since she was
for
teeny tiny. So yeah.
3 seconds. Yeah, but so as always, trust yourself and trust the process.